Hi everyone, in this video we are going to make a navigation bar with a sidebar menu. So this is the page that we will make. Here we have the logo on the left side and a hamburger icon on the right side. So when I click on this hamburger icon, I have this sidebar coming from the left. So this is what we are going to make. I can toggle this by clicking on this hamburger icon. We have this hover effect also on the links. So this I'm going to make in HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's start. So I'll be using VS Code for my editor. Here I have created some files. We have this index.html file in which we'll write the HTML markup, then the style.css file, and also a readme.md file in which I have pasted the link from where I have downloaded the background image. So this is the background image from pexels.com which I am going to use. And then we have this logo.png. So in the index.html file, let's write the exclamation mark and press tab. So it will insert the basic boilerplate or the basic structure of HTML5 document. So in the body, first I'm going to create the markup. So let's open up the header tag, which will be the wrapper for the entire content of the page. Inside this wrapper header, we will have a nav tag in which we'll have the logo and the menu links. So first I'm going to create the link for the logo, and inside this I'll use the image tag, and my logo is inside the images folder, this logo.png. I'll specify a width of 150 pixel. So let's open this up in live server. Right click and open with live server. So this is our logo. Next I'm going to add the hamburger icon, for which I'm again going to use the anchor tag, and inside the anchor tag I'll use a Unicode, so which will be ampersand hash 9776. So this is a Unicode character for hamburger icon. I'll give it a class hamburger icon. So hamburger icon. So let's see. So we have this hamburger icon. Now I'm going to create a UL for a menu item, which will have list, and inside the list we'll have anchor tag. This will be home. Then I'm going to duplicate this 3 more times. This will be about us, this will be blog, and this will be contact. So we have written up the markup for the page. Now let's write the CSS file. So I'm going to use a font called Noto Sans. So it is a Google font. Search for it and click on this get font, then get embed code, and I'm going to import it. So just copy this and paste it at the top of the style.css file. Then I'm going to select every element using this universal selector. I'll set the margin to 0, padding to 0, and box sizing will be border box, and font family will be Noto, this Noto Sans. And the fallback will be sans serif. Then I'm going to remove the bullets from the list. So write list style type will be none. Then I'm going to remove the text decoration from the link. So I'll target the anchor tag. I'll write text decoration to none. And then I'll target the header. I'm going to add that big hero image. So I'll specify first the height will be 100 viewport height. Width will be 100%, or you can also specify 100 VW viewport width. Then background will be the URL is inside this images BG. Then background size will be cover, and background position will be from let's first see, let's say center. I have done a mistake. I did not include the style.css file. So write link style.css, and we have this background. So now I have to change this to background size cover. So this logo is a little down, so I'm going to push it up. So first is the x-axis, I'm not going to change it, and I'm going to give it minus 100 pixel from the top, so it will move up. Now let's work on the nav. So first I'll set the display property to flex. So menu links and logo will horizontally align, and then I'll write justify content space between, and I'll give it a background color to black, and then I'm going to add padding, top and bottom 24 pixel and right and left 16 pixel. So this is how our nav looks like. So now let's work on this hamburger icon. I'll write hamburger icon. I'll give it a font size 2 rem relative unit. 1 rem is 16 pixels, so 2 rem is 32 pixel, and color is #EEE. So now our hamburger looks like this. Then I'm going to work on the UL. So first what I'm going to do is to remove this entire UL list from the document flow, but I'm going to position this relative to this nav bar. So what I'm going to do is I'll first set a position relative inside this nav, and then I'm going to set position absolute to this UL. Now if you see this UL, the list is gone from this document flow, and you can now position it relative to this nav bar. So I'll set background color to #EEE, and then I'm going to give it a height of, I'll use the calc function, so it will be 100 VH minus 100 pixel. Now I'm going to move this UL to this side. So for this I'll do right 0, so it will move to the right, and from the top I'm going to move it 100 pixel down. So I'll write top 100 pixel, so it will move down 100 pixel. So this is why I have set the height of this UL element to 100 VH minus 100 pixel, because I'm moving the UL from the top down to 100 pixel. So if I don't do this, so let's say if I come in this and I write height 100 VH, I'll have an overflow. See, I have this vertical overflow, so that's why I have done this. And then I'll specify the width to 0, so it will be hidden, and I have to add the functionality. So when I click on this, the width will become, let's say, 300 pixel. And I'll also specify a transition property, 0.5 second all. Now let's style the links which is inside the UL. So font size will be 1.2 rem. I'll display it to block, since the links are inline element, so I'll display this to block to take the entire width of the parent container, which is the UL, and color will be black, and I'll set a all round padding 16 pixel, and border I'll specify a border bottom 1 pixel solid #AE AC. Now just for the time being, I'm going to specify the width to 300 pixel just to see how it look like. Now I'll add the hover effect, so I'll write ULLIA hover, and background color I'm going to change this to black. The color of the text will be white. So this is the hover effect. So now let's write the toggle effect. So for this I'm going to add a class called active, and in this class I'm just going to change the width to 300 pixel. So the logic is, initially the width of the UL is 0 pixel, but when I click on the hamburger icon, the width will expand to 300 pixel. So this functionality I'm going to achieve in JavaScript. So in the app.js file, I'm going to write the functionality. So first I'm going to select the hamburger icon. So I'll write document.querySelector. I'm going to use query selector. So inside this I'll write hamburger icon. I'll add an event listener. This will listen to the click event, and then I run a function, anonymous function, arrow function. And inside this I'll write document.querySelector. I'll select the UL. So I'll write nav UL, and then I'm going to toggle the class list dot toggle, and I'm going to toggle the active class. So I'll write active, and then I'm going to prevent the default behavior of the anchor tag so that page does not refresh. So I'll write prevent default, and finally I'm going to include the app.js file in the script. So I'll write script src app.js. I made a mistake here. So this is the app.js file. So if I click on this, a menu is shown. So this is all about how to make a sidebar menu using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and also do subscribe to my channel. I'll see you later.